Okay, well, Manchester city centre is getting far too dangerous and savage for a photon collector. A few incidents have occurred in the last 2 days. That shows me that the infrastructure has collapsed completely. And this criticism does extend to Greater Manchester Police, known locally as GMP, based on just things I've seen, things I've experienced in the last 2 days. So many things have happened, to other people, but I was with a friend, and not all my friends appear on my YouTube channel or are interested in media. Some of them are just genuine friends. And I feel very guilty because I think I was the intended target. So we're walking along at nighttime. It was like 6, 7 p.m. And what I would describe as a member of the street protected class who imbibes narcotics publicly, that protected class. This guy, male, comes running up to my friend, and I was there too, like a meter or two away. And this person starts mumbling, looks at me, looks at him, and me and my friend were like, yeah, let's just go. So my friend says to the protected imbiber, he says, oh, we've got to go. I'm sorry, man. I've not got any change, whatever. And what happened next, the protected classman punches my friend hard in the face, right in the jaw. He was stood next to him, does a fast left hook into his face. And my initial reaction was, wow. And before I had the chance to join in or react, my friend had jumped on him, punched him back, knocked him to the ground, and dominated the situation straight away. And he was stood there holding this cracky in one hand and phoning the police on the other hand, explaining, I've just been punched in the face, had to defend myself, I've got the perpetrator right here. Security guard comes running out of the shop. What's going on? What's going on? There's a huddle of people. People start turning on my friend, so he lets go, and he explains to the police. Did the police come? No. We waited half an hour for the police. Did the police come? No. The perpetrator went and carried about his business, dancing, laughing, being crazy, as if this was the greatest ITV drama that he'd just taken part in as a bit player, So I knew a few people that were working there. We said, look, let me know the next day if the police come. The police never came. So I'm with the same friend again today. Met him for lunch. And who do we see? We see the protected Klansman who made the threat. And today, the guy was drinking from a white wine bottle, points at us, at me and my friend, and goes, oi, you, fuck, I'm going to fucking glass you. And in front of hundreds of people, with a bunch of drinkers there, I'm going to effing glass you. So we go around the corner, he phones 999, says, look, I've just had a death threat, I shouldn't feel unsafe walking around with Mr. YouTube, shouldn't feel unsafe. And he explained about the day before getting punched in the face, and it's the same guy, there's a continuing thing, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, priority call, an officer will be there in a second. No officer came, of course. We waited for an hour and a half, and the perpetrator carried on drinking, having a great time. Now, the third thing, which I managed to film some of it, but as you all know, I am barred from showing the truth about Piccadilly Gardens and the area around it, what I refer to as the crackhead triangle. I'm not allowed to show you my footage. And so I was with my friend Fritz Media, very good YouTube channel. Fritz Media, all in one, no spaces. And he's like, Charlie, you need to see what I filmed 10 minutes ago, just before we met up. I said, go on, show me. And basically, a crazed person having a mental fit or an aggressive rage attack. He was stood about 3 meters from a mother and toddler. And I watched the video. And he's shouting, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to effing kill you. The kids crying. The mother's crying. They had to get taken into Cafe Nero. The guy was charging at people, stamping, when they come towards you with intent. That has happened to me before, and I've had to Sparta kick people. He was doing this to just random normies, members of the public, a mother and a kid crying. So the police were called. There's a crazed person here acting irrationally, says he's going to kill a mother and child. Police turn up after 15 minutes. Did the aggressor get arrested? No. I watched on video as the police did their best to ignore him. And then they sent him off on his merry way to carry on being crazy. I have footage of the same man having a fight, squaring up, throwing things, threatening to kill and punch another crazed person, with kids in prams going past, babies in buggies, random shoppers, and everyone on the Market Street tram stop watching this. Everyone looked so sick of it all. Is this what our great-grandparents fought for? For our urban areas to be a circus of violence and drugs and injury, and above all, an absolute lack of any police response. So I carried on, and these are grown, drug-taking men, hurting each other, threatening, stabbing, punching. Then I bumped into another filmmaker, and first of all, the excuse the police use is, we need to prioritize the calls. We don't have the available resources in the city centre. And I saw a video from Saturday of a bunch of traveller teenagers having a little fisticuffs. Fair enough. There's a big group of them, maybe 50, 75 kids, 15 years old, 16 years old, having a bit of fisticuffs. And I saw about 50 to 100 police officers, TSG, the riot police, suddenly appear after minutes. My friend filming these teenagers having a bit of a fight. 50 police. So they have the resources. They just choose to not attend violent crime in the city centre. It blows me away. Society and the infrastructure is collapsing. I don't see why anyone is paying council tax or income tax, but of course we do. My council tax is due again soon. I don't want a whole comment section about Magna Carta, free man on the land. I can't be fucked with that anymore. I just want to be left alone. I want to feel safe walking through the city centre. I want other cameramen to not have to always be looking over their shoulder in case they get a bottle of wine cracked over their head. Other people like me who have kids. This is a first world country. This is Great Britain. Manchester is a major city within Great Britain, within Europe, within the world. Home of the Industrial Revolution. And for some reason, we have a protected class of very dangerous and very damaged. Not blaming them, but comes a point where every individual needs to account for their own actions. And we have a protected class of people who are literally tearing the city centre apart through decay, degeneracy, violence, drugs, alcohol. And let's end it with a question. How can governments around the world denounce populism or grassroots people's movements, or, in slightly more spicy places like Ukraine, how can they criticize paramilitary groups being set up for people who have had enough? It's not a new concept, vigilantism. Look at New York in the 70s. Look at the film Taxi Driver. You talking to me? I don't see anyone else here. And, archetypal films. The most satisfying films for us. And also they happen to be the most profitable. are films where we see people get what they fucking deserve. And like, of course, the Joker was an archetypal villain. But the way it was presented was a man who's been hard done by every step of his life, from being a little baby to trying to reconnect with who he believes to be his father, to finding out the truth about his existence. And look at his arch rival Batman. Again, #1 vigilante, one of the most popular superheroes alongside Spider-Man that we've ever had. An archetypal Greek god of a man who lost his parents and decided to do something about it. Vigilantism is going to rise. We're going to see a fight back. Everyone is a nice, calm, peaceful, tolerant person until their lives are at risk and until the taxes that they pay do not provide them any protection somewhere in a first world city centre which should be safe. Thank you very much for watching. This is Charlie from the front line in Walkden, in Greater Manchester, wishing you all a very, very pleasant Tuesday evening. Thank you.